It's Mr. Royce Media, coming at you guys with yet another video. And this video is going to be a little bit different than what I usually touch on. I usually touch on things for the guys, but this video is going to be for the women because there's this common trope among women who are in the dating pool, who say they date thugs because they want to date somebody that can protect them. The reason I thought about this because I was asked recently by a young woman, where can she find guys that she know that will that are tough enough to protect her, but at the same time not guys that have criminal backgrounds and stuff like that. And so I looked at her and I said, you got to be serious. You can't be serious asking me this. And she was like, yeah, I like tough guys. And so I said to her, I said, have you ever thought about dating guys from the military? Like, guys who have served in the military or who are currently in? And her answer was no, of course, because she's a neighborhood girl. And so, she pretty much only looks at who's around her. And so, I'm going to explain to you women, same thing I explained to her. If you want a guy that's tough, that can fight, that can protect you, that's not scared, get you a military guy. Get you a guy, particularly if he served in combat arms, like infantry, artillery, something like that. Maybe a combat engineer, something like that. Get you a guy that was in the Marine Corps or something. Get you a military guy, because these guys, number one, especially if they've been in a while, they've probably been somewhere and they've probably seen some crazy shit, and therefore they don't scare as easy. These guys know how to shoot, so they're comfortable with guns. And like I said, they'll fight. These guys in shape, so you like that. You like guys in shape, don't you? So that's a potential overlooked dating pool for you, for a lot of you women. Get out there and get you one of them infantry guys or something. Get you one of them guys that they don't mess around. You get all that masculinity, that you say you want. You say you want a guy to protect you. That's the guy to protect you. Stop, dating Pookies and Ray Rays. A lot of them guys, they're intelligent enough to hold a conversation, and if they've been in the military and been through stuff, they're crazy enough to, stop at nothing to protect you. Since you say that's what you want, start looking at them guys. Besides, with the Marines, everybody likes a guy in a suit. So you see him in their Class A's and stuff, looking all spiffy. There you go. Find you one of them, find you an Army Ranger, one of them Army Special Forces dude. Not only does he have all of the toughness and stuff in order, he can protect you. They also have charisma, because they have to deal with various populations of people around the world. And so they learn how to talk with people. They learn how to get information. They learn how to converse with others. And so there you have it. And then when you're talking the officer ranks, quite often, with the officer ranks, in all cases, these are college educated men. So skedaddle your butt on over that ROTC and find yourself, one of them guys, find out who's going into combat arms. And there you go. That's somebody you can pick for your potential dating pool. And you might you might fare well with that. Then you don't have to deal with, it's less likely you got to deal with pookie problems such as going to jail, getting caught up in the system, different things like that. Now, all the other stuff, like them having other women and stuff, hey, that's on you and him. Y'all figure that out between y'all. And, that's common problems that you're going to find with anybody that you date. Those are details of the relationship you're going to have to work out. But I'm telling you where you can pick these guys up. I remember back when I was at Fort Bliss, they used to have a bus every Thursday that would bring in the local girls from the area to pick off the young soldiers in OSET or AIT or whatever you call it. They're basically their training after basic training. You get them young 18, 19, 20-year-olds, maybe a few of them were a little bit older, but, you got a pool of single men to choose from. And that's what those girls did. They had a pool of single men to choose one, and they get their hooks into one, and, you got yourself a tough guy, because they're trained to shoot, they're trained to fight, they're trained to do a whole lot of tough, kick-ass shit. So, that's how you handle that. You ain't got to date, some dude with his pants hanging down to his ankles and stuff. Unless, of course, you like that. And really, with a lot of military guys, when they're not wearing military uniforms, they're dressing like a lot of these guys on the street because they come from various areas around the country. So they're dressing like a lot of the people in the area on their off time. So you like, your guys looking like a rapper. A lot of them guys, they got a little money in their pocket, from their U.S. military job. And, they got the fresh J's and, the latest in skinny jean fashion or whatever it is, and so you can even get the look. But, yeah, you don't have to always date a pookie unless you just like dating pookies, for whatever reason. Some of you girls like to smoke weed and stuff. And so, if you just like pookies, then you just like pookies. And, being a pookie has nothing to do with being tough, it's just being a pookie. So if that's what you like, then you're on your own. But if you want a tough guy, take another look at these guys in the military and, figure out what you can figure out from there. This is Mr. Royce Media. Like, share, and subscribe. Get in the comment section, and I'm out.